It was born out of the fact that I did a placement year while at university working for a car manufacturer and working in their IT department. And it was brilliant in one facet because this was the first time that we actually really genuinely built something with a software solution that was then applied in a business, and we could see the change that it brought about. And I think I got a real excitement from that, and sort of coming back to my final year thinking about what to do next. I knew at that point I wanted to do something about bringing technology into organizations and helping solve those sorts of problems. And I think also at the same point, it highlighted some of the constraints of working in an IT department, because there are certain rigid structures, there's certain IT systems which are already in place, and you can't necessarily do all the things that you'd want to do. So I think in that instant, I knew that I kind of wanted to work in an independent way, working with the technologies that I cared about and trying to bring those to organizations that were receptive to that kind of solution and sort of create that opportunity. So that sense of being an independent consultant organization was really born at that point.
I started at Intelogy as a project manager. It was only 2 of us at the time. There was a team of perhaps just over 15, and we were working with a handful of clients. And the projects varied from everything from, a small app or a workflow, right the way through to large-scale custom development. And around, I guess, 2007, 2010, when SharePoint was, the MOS days or the 2010 days, really started to see the potential that it had for businesses. And our focus on SharePoint was a bit of an inflection point for the growth of the business. We haven't really looked back since then. So SharePoint into now SharePoint Online, Office 365, now Microsoft 365. As that landscape's expanded, the company's grown, and my opportunities have grown with it, from being a project manager to heading up the PMO, and then on to running the operational side of the business.
We were incredibly lucky. We met some really fabulous people who helped shape not only the company, but also the way in which we thought about how to run a business, how to build and manage a team, how to look after each other, how to sort of deal with challenges and adversity and sort of remain calm. And I think some of those people have had a massive influence how I think I've now conducted myself over a professional career of 30 years. And I often think about those sorts of people and just little conversations that we had, things that they sort of said, and I still remember them sort of 30 years on and go, yeah, they were right. So, I think that idea of creating this company and sort of being informed by those sort of people who had that bit of experience, who were probably my age now, when I was starting out 30 years ago, I think they've been really informative of sort of shaping the way in which we run the business. There are 3 that stand out for me. I think the first one was actually getting our first office. That happened in 2001. And I think up until that point, we'd been using dial-up connections, working from home to connect to our server to synchronize email. But moreover, we were spending time at our customer sites, working in their offices. And I think getting our own office really gave us an anchor where people would come in, and we had our own identity at that point. So I think that was quite an important one for me. So the second one was probably when we first became a Microsoft Gold partner. I think that really sort of gave some credence and some referenceability to what we were then doing as an organization. It took quite a bit of effort in terms of investment in our people around our training, demonstrating the work that we were doing. So I think getting that gold status was actually quite a defining moment for me, and I think that was something I was really quite proud of. I think more recently we were given an award for the work we did with London's Air Ambulance, and I think getting that public recognition of the work that we'd done was really something that was quite a special moment, I think, both for me and the whole company as well, and everybody involved in that project. So yeah, I think that was quite an important milestone.
The projects that stand out for me are those where we've had big challenges and we've had to work hard to get through it. But when we've got through those and worked collaboratively with our clients to resolve those, in some way that's more appreciated and often more celebrated than those ones that you can just sail through without a problem. I think we've all tried to put something into AI and get it to do something for us, only to realise that it's not quite there. And if you do try and pass it off as your own, you quickly become unstuck. So I think it's been said a lot, AI is a tool, and I think the skill is learning where to apply it most effectively and where to avoid using it.
I think without a doubt, it's our people. We are a technology business, but at the core, it's a people business. It's about how we work as a team, how we support each other. It's how we work with our clients and how we think about what their interests are, what their needs are, and how we shape a solution design around that. And that all comes from the people inside the organization. So I think that's what I'm probably most proud of.
I think a real passion for the technology and an interest in learning, continuously learning about the technology, but not for technology's sake. It's about learning about the technology and then learning how best to apply it in the business context. So I would say that it's equally important to learn about our clients and their businesses and what is important to them and the challenges they face, as it is to learn about the technology and how that solves a problem. Because if you don't really understand that context, you're never going to be able to apply the technology, however good it is, in the right way for that particular business. Well, I think we've got a great legacy of building great systems for our clients and helping them get the best out of their technology. I don't think that's going to change. I can't tell you what the technology is going to do. I can't tell you which people are going to be here in 30 years, but I do know that whoever is here, I would want to be still passionate about the technology landscape and still really focusing on making that work for our clients.